Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Woke by Accident podcast. I am your host, Jan Washington. This is a weekly chat about socially conscious topics impacting the culture. I would like to extend my gratitude in you listening to this podcast. It means everything to me, and I hope it is clear that this subject matter is so important to me. I care about our people, our future, and making a positive change in this nation. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Woke by Accident podcast. And this episode is especially for the Content Creators of Color Challenge. I wanted to talk about a story that's going on at Howard University right now. Howard University, one of our prestigious HBCUs. So the students at Howard University are entering their second week of a sit-in on campus to protest the poor housing conditions. And so the students took over the Blackburn University Center on the campus last week, and they're still trying to get answers from the administration regarding the poor housing conditions, which include mold, rats, roaches, and there's also reports of flooding. Now, more than 150 students have been taking part in the sit-in for over a week, and many have set up tents outside of the Blackburn Center. Students say that they're living with rats and roaches and mushroom and mold in their housing conditions at Howard University. Videos were sent to Fox 5 News showing water pouring out of pipes with expired air filters, with mold and mildew and mushrooms growing on the ceilings and walls. Now, some of the students told Fox 5 that workers have come in to clean and sanitize their rooms, but there's still little improvement. The students are seeking an in-person meeting with administrators by the end of the month, voting power for the student representatives on the board of trustees, and further discussion of housing plans for future students. According to Fox 5, they reached out to Howard for an interview, and they were given copies of an email correspondence where, just very briefly, they acknowledge their concern, or the very brief statement says, simply put, we hear you and we continue to welcome your viewpoints on all matters pertaining to Howard. So that's not very much of a response. And this week is their homecoming week. According to the report, the rapper Gucci Mane was set to perform. However, he has pulled out to show support for the protesters. You really have to wonder what is behind the lack or the state of disarray in the condition of the housing. Is it due to the pandemic? Is it due to lack of attendance and the students coming back for the following year? What is it? Because when you go out to the Howard University website, they charge a pretty penny for their tuition. Their 2021 fees, which include tuition, housing, meal plan, and the such, books included, are the hefty towards $48,000. So that is a lot of money. So you just really wonder, what is going on? Do we need, obviously they're probably in need of funding and donations from alumni and things of that nature. But, if they are not in effective order to conduct and house their students, then, additional action should be taken, because we definitely want our students to be safe. If we have mold and roaches and reports of rats in the dining hall and we don't have a safe environment, that's definitely not an environment that we want our children to be in. So kudos to these students who have taken a stance against this. They're going into their second week. It looks like they're not going to let up on this matter, and they are quite determined to get some answers. But what I would like to see is for some of our esteemed Howard alumni get involved too. Maybe some of our celebrity Howard alumni or some of our celebrity or esteemed HBCU alumni show support for these students or chip in some way if this university is not able to exist with the proper housing conditions. Because, definitely want our children to have that quality HBCU experience and education, but we also want them to be safe. So we will keep you informed on this story, and I thank you guys for listening.